Hello, everybody, how are you? Hello, everybody, how are you? It is time to start our day. It is time to work and play. Hello, everybody, how are you? Hi, guys, how are you today? Thanks for joining me again. So how are you today? Yesterday, we talked about our emotions a little bit. How are you feeling today? If you are happy, raise your hand. If you are sad, put your hand down. If you are angry, raise your other hand. If you're excited, put that hand down. Oh, wow, we got a lot of emotions going out there today. Well, I want to introduce you guys to a friend that I brought along today. You may have noticed him back here. This is Charlie. Can you say good morning to Charlie? Hi, Charlie. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. It's kind of nice to have somebody hanging out with us today, isn't it? Do you know what Charlie is? There's a word for him. He is a skeleton. Today, we're going to learn about our bodies. We're going to learn about inside parts of our bodies and outside parts of our bodies and different things our body can do. So Charlie thought he'd come and help us out a little bit today. Like I said, he is a skeleton. Did you know that you and me, we all have a skeleton inside of us? Isn't that cool? We all have bones. A skeleton is made up of bones, and we all have that inside of us. I want you to take your hands and tap your heads. Boy, that's hard and loud when I do that. Now do it on your shoulders. Hard and loud again. We're feeling our bones when we do that. That's some of our bones in there. You can see Charlie's skull. That's our head bone. It's a big one, isn't it? That's a big bone, and it has a big job. It has to protect our brains. Our brains are inside of our skulls, and that hard bone on the outside, that keeps it safe. That helps keeps it safe. So here's some more bones that help keep other parts of our body safe. Check these guys out. Kind of like a xylophone, isn't it? Just kind of go down and touch them all. You can do that on your body. Find your ribs. They're right here on your sides, and you can go down and touch your ribs. There's a lot of them. Ribs are an important bone because they protect things that are inside of our bodies. Inside of our chest is one of the most important parts of our body. Do you know what that is? It probably is the most important part of our body, isn't it? Our hearts are in there. Put your hand on your chest and see if you can feel your heart beating. Let's see. I can feel mine. It's beating. Do you know what a heartbeat sounds like? Do you want to hear? Let me see if you can hear this. You hear that? Bump, 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 bump. That's what a heartbeat sounds like. Now, we want to see what a heart looks like. Is this what our hearts inside of our bodies look like? No, this is a heart shape. This is a pretty shape. It means love to us, but that's not actually what our hearts inside of our bodies look like. This is what the hearts inside of our bodies actually look like. Isn't that neat? And when it's pumping, the bump, 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 it's actually squeezing. Can you squeeze with me? Bump, 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 bump. What the heart is doing is it's taking blood, and see these connect to other parts of the body? It's taking the blood from the heart and it's sending it to other parts of our body. So it's right in here, and it's got to send blood from here up to my head and down to my toes. And it does that through something kind of like a highway system inside of our body called arteries. It takes that blood and it shoots it out through the arteries and sends it to other parts of our body. Then blood comes back to our heart through something called our veins. Now on me, you can actually see some of my veins. Let's see if you can see them. See them bumping up there, the blue lines in my hand? Isn't that cool? There's blood inside of there. Those are my veins on there taking the blood back to my heart. So that's one of the things inside of here that's being protected. There's two other things in here. Take a big deep breath with me. Ready? Let it out. One more time. When we do that, we're filling up our lungs with air. This is what our lungs look like. Our lungs, we have two of them, and they look kind of like this. And they have such an important job too because they help us to breathe. When we take that big deep breath in, we're bringing nice clean air into our lungs. And then when we go, we're taking some yucky, dirty garbage air out of our bodies and letting it go. We don't need that anymore. So if you think about it, it's kind of like blowing up a balloon. Let's see if I can blow this up for you. When we breathe in, our lungs get big. Then when we blow out the air, that was a funny sound, our lungs get smaller. And those, when the doctor listens to them, they're back here. You know, speaking of the doctor, I have a little friend here with me. She's going to help us demonstrate what happens. When you go to the doctor and he wears this funny thing called the stethoscope, let me see if this one will. Oh, kind of funny, don't I? When the doctor listens, he's listening, he puts this part on your chest. You know what he's listening for? He's listening for that heartbeat. Let's see if we can hear baby's heartbeat. You ready? Let's see, I hear it. Bump, 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 bump. Then when he takes it and he puts it back here and he says, take a big deep breath, and you go, and he says, let it out. You go, he's listening to your lungs to make sure that they are filling up properly. So that's what this tool is for. Because you can't see your heart and your lungs and the doctor can't actually touch them to make sure that they're healthy, that's what he uses. So he can hear things inside your body. Isn't that so cool? That is so cool. All right. So he wants to make sure that your body is healthy, that your heart is healthy, and that your lungs are healthy. And that's where your job comes in. You know how you keep your body healthy? You have to take care of it by doing a couple of things. One thing is drinking a lot of water. Water is really good for your body. Your body needs water. It uses water. So you need to give it water. You need to fill it up with water when you can. Something else is eating good foods. Now, I like some foods that aren't that good. I like some candies and some cookies, and I like pizza and burgers. And those things are okay to eat sometimes. But I also like to eat broccoli and apples and watermelon and lots of other fruits and vegetables that are good for me. Those are things that when I eat them, my heart says, oh, thank you, Miss Jill. That feels so good to get those inside of me. What else can we do to keep our bodies healthy? There is an A word. You guys remember that we're talking about the letter A this week? There's an A word that you might not hear very often. It's called aerobics. Can you say that word with me? Aerobics. It starts with the letter A. You probably know a different word, exercise. I'll bet you've heard that word before. Well, aerobics is a type of exercise. And what happens when you do aerobics is your heart starts going. Remember how we said it sounds like beep, 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 beep. When you do aerobics, your heart can go beep, 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 beep. And that's a good thing. You want your heart to get faster sometimes. You're helping it to get healthier. So what are aerobics? What can you do? Let's see. Everybody stand up. I want you to stay in the same place and run. Ready? Run, run, run. Get your body going faster, 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 faster. Did your heart start beating faster? That's a little bit of aerobics. How about this? Can you jump up and down? Ready? Jump, 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 jump. 2 more times. Jump, jump. Good job. Those are things that get your heart beating a little bit faster. All right, you can sit back down and rest now. That was really good. Good job, you guys. So those are some of the things inside of our body that help keep us moving and breathing and alive and safe. Now, there's something else inside of our body. Can you guys all show me your muscles? Make a big muscle. Can you feel it right here? That's called your bicep muscle. We have muscles all over our bodies, and we want those to be strong and healthy because they also help our body to keep moving and to stay safe. So one thing you can do to keep your muscles strong, you can eat good foods again, and you can do aerobics and exercise. Those are all good things to keep your bones, your muscles, and your heart and your lungs all going strong, which is what we want. All right, you guys can play a silly game with me? I'm going to show you some cards that have pictures on them. And in these pictures, you're going to see some body parts. If you have that body part, I want you to either show it or touch it. So if I showed you a picture of your head, you're going to touch it. If I showed you a picture of your hand, you can show me. If you don't have that body part, I want you to give me a big thumbs down. Okay, ready? Let's start with this one. That says nose. Where are you going to find your nose? Right there. Good job. All right. How about this one? That says elbow. We all have 2 of them. You can hear and feel that bone again. How about this one? Do you have a beak? No, you don't have a beak. You're not a duck. Give me a big thumbs down on that one. How about, not only do you have 1, but how many do you have? You have 1, 2 eyes. Our eyes can blink. Our eyes can wink. Can you wink? That's where you just shut 1 eye. Just shut 1. Do you have paws? Anybody out there have paws instead of hands and feet? Big thumbs down. No pause, Miss Jill. No pause. How about a long trunk? Who has a long trunk like an elephant? Who has a long trunk that goes up and down like that, like an elephant? No, Miss Jill, big thumbs down. How about, speaking of thumbs, who's got thumbs? That one's a thumbs up. Let's do a couple more. How about, anybody have wings? Can you flap your wings? Anybody have wings? No. Big thumbs down. One more. How about a head? We all have heads, don't we? We've been using them a little bit today. That was kind of silly. Different creatures have different body parts. Humans, we're humans. We have certain body parts, and animals have other body parts. Speaking of body parts, I'd like to share a book with you. It's called Eyes, Nose, Fingers, and Toes. As I read the book and I say the different body part names, I would like you to find them on your body and touch them, okay? So we are going to start with your mouth. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. We're going to start with, I'm way off. Here we go. Your eyes. Can you find your eyes? Eyes are to blink. Eyes are to wink. Eyes are for looking and finding you. Eyes are to shut when you're asleep. Eyes are for finding peekaboo. Nose. Where's your nose? Touch your nose. A nose is to blow. A nose is to sniff. A nose has holes for sniffing with. Ears are to find at the sides of your head. Are you wearing your ears today? Hooray! Ears are to hear a story with. Find your ears. Got two of them. You can find both of them. A mouth. Open it big. A mouth is to yawn. Open wide. See all the teeth and the tongue inside? A mouth is to laugh. Ha ha ha. A tongue is to talk and to sing. La 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 la. Lips. Where are your lips? We have two of those too. Two eyes, two ears, two lips, two holes in our nose. Lips are to make very small for a kiss. Lips are to whistle and blow. Lips are to stretch very wide for a smile and round when your mouth goes ho, ho, ho. Feel how it makes your belly go when you laugh? Ha, ha, ho. Can you put your hand on your belly and laugh? Say, ha, 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 ha. See how it feels. Oh, what about next? Next we haven't talked about. Where's your neck? That's right. That's this thing that holds your head to your body. What about necks? A neck is to tickle. What about shoulders? We've talked about those. Those are to wriggle. A back, it's behind us, is to stretch so high and tall. A back is to curl up snug and small. Arms go up, arms go down. Arms go reaching way out wide. Arms can rock you side to side. That's another thing we have two of. We have two arms. Hands are to hold and to pat and to clap. Hands are to hide behind your back. Fingers and thumbs are for counting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's find some toes and count up those, and then let's wiggle and waggle each one. Can you find your toes? Count them up. How many of those did you have? Did you have 10 like on your fingers? Legs are for leaping and jumping and dancing. Legs are for kicking and skipping and hopping. Feet are for stomping and suddenly stopping. Knees are to bend, so let's all sit down, bump on our bottoms side by side. So here we are, and I'll tell you again, kisses are little, smiles are wide. A hug is a bundle with you inside. All right, now that we have talked about all these body parts, let's talk about what we use some of them for. We talked about what our hearts and our lungs are used for. Let's talk about some of these outside body parts. What do you use your fingers for? What are these good for? I can grab something with my fingers and hold something with my fingers. What do you use your arms for? I use mine to carry things, pick up heavy things and carry them. I use them to reach for things. What do you use your eyes for? Use your eyes to see, right? How about your nose? What's that for? Smelling. How about your ears? What are those for? Hearing. Let's see, what can you use your knees for? Your knees. Here are Charlie's knees. What do you think he uses those for? Those, if you bend, stand up and bend down. You can feel that's where you use your knees. They help you to bend down. All of our body parts are important. They all have different jobs or functions. That's another word for jobs. All right, let's sing a song, and then I've got 2 things I'm going to give you that you can go off and do. I'll bet you guys know the song already, but because of where I am, I can't play with you, so I'm going to have Charlie play along, so I'm going to point. You ready? I'll bet you know the song. Sing along, okay? Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right, you guys know that song, don't you? How about we do it really, really fast? If you didn't stand up before, stand up now. I want to see if you can keep up. You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Now can you do it in slow motion? Let's try to go really slow. You ready? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. You know, guys, sometimes I think it's harder to go slower than it is to go faster. Sometimes it's harder to slow down, isn't it? All right, I'm going to give you guys 2 things that you can go off and do now. 1, you can go make your own skeleton. Would you like to make a skeleton that looks like that? I'll bet you have the things in your house that you need. All you need is a piece of paper. I chose black paper because that's what Charlie is standing up against, and it makes it a little easier to see. I also chose to be the bones. I'm going to use Q-tips. So I'm going to use Q-tips. And then for his head, I thought, a cotton ball might work. So I grabbed the cotton ball. And then the final thing I need is glue. Now remember what we say? Dot, dot, not a lot. So let's see. To start with, we all have this long bone that goes down our back. So I'm going to start that here. I'm going to put a dot, dot, dot actually for this because the Q-tip's a little bit longer. Let me see if my Q-tip will stick. Here. So then, coming off of that bone, I've got ribs. So I'm going to put a couple of ribs here. Now, ribs are shorter. So you know what I did? I took a Q-tip and I broke it into 2 pieces. And I can make it come out from him here. So you guys can go get some Q-tips. You know what? Let me give him a head before we go away. You guys can go get some Q-tips and you can finish making your own Charlie, your own skeleton. And there you go. And you can put him together however you want him to look. You can look up pictures of how skeletons look. You can take a picture of Charlie, and then you can make your own skeleton on paper. Now, that's one thing you can go off and do. Now, something else. You can go out on your driveway or wherever and get some sidewalk chalk. You can lay flat on the driveway and then have somebody take the chalk and trace your body so you can see what your body looks like. You can lay it out. Then if you want to, you can draw the bones inside. You can draw the heart inside. You can draw the lungs inside. You can draw your muscles. You can put hair on it. You can put all the different body parts that you know about. Have a great time doing that, you guys. Tomorrow when you come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about our bodies. We're going to talk about those eyes, ears, mouth, nose, and fingers again and talk about our 5 senses. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Bye.